Sometimes I'll be like, maybe I'll look back at it 30 years from now and be like, why the fuck are we spending 200 grand in a week or in 2 weeks on a retreat? Who does that? Bro, we should be buying real estate, not fucking buying fucking tequila.
You once said, make sure your team has a gut.
I've never said that.
By Serge in 2022. It was a funny one. You cannot free yourself up
Until
if you do not free yourself up to free yourself up. So
that's legendary.
Wait,
repeat that, because that was some good shit.
Let me repeat it.
I need to hear it once more to remember.
You cannot free yourself up if you do not free yourself up to free yourself up. What was one of your lowest points in life?
I would probably say when my grandma passed, because we weren't able to go see her. I mean, I wasn't, at least not to her funeral, and that was weird. Like, that was hard, because it's like we were raised by our grandmother, lived with her. In 2011, we moved to Canada, and she passed in 2014, and I had not gone back to Rwanda since, right? So she passed without necessarily seeing her again, and it's, one of the things is like when you lose a person that you really care about, the hardest part is not necessarily like losing them. I mean, she had lived, right? It's not like she had not lived. She was like probably in her 80s, mid, 80, 85, whatever years old. So she had lived a great life. But the thing that's really shitty is that when you don't get to see them before they leave this beautiful earth, it's not that they don't. It's not like you. It's not the fact that you're like losing someone. It's you're not getting them to see the person that you've become. Because I think the most beautiful thing about family is not necessarily that we're going to hold on to them forever, but at least before they leave, let them know that you're fine and that you actually become something that is good, So for me, that was it hurt me more for her not to get to see me as I've grown up than just the simple fact of losing her. Because it's life, it's evolution. It's like we're born, we live, we die.
How do you differentiate working to live or living to work? Do you feel like sometimes you live to work?
I don't work to live.
Okay.
And if I was working to live, I wouldn't be successful. Because to be successful, you gotta put in the hours. You gotta do the things that someone doing martial arts is not repeating, not practicing it because he has to fight or he's generally just doing it because every time he does it, he becomes better. Yeah. And when he gets better, he maybe moves a little faster at different movements, right? But business is the only sport where it's the only sport where even before I go to bed, it's not like just because I'm not in the ring that I'm not training.
True.
Right? Even when I'm brushing my teeth, even when I go, when I'm outside, having a drink, we go see a car, we're talking about business. We're literally living, seeing the car. We're shooting content for business stuff, right? It's the only sport that like lives, and every second of the day, if you're running a business, you're in it. And it's like I've never seen anything like it before. So it's like it's a scary sport, but it's fucking amazing. The sacrifice is sometimes worth it. But also it's like business is also two types of business. There's the people who build lifestyle businesses. That's super chill. You can design that, build it, and run it, make some 6 figures a year, multiple 6 figures a year, and not have all the stress, right? But when you try to go millions of dollars, hundreds of millions, then you're never gonna sleep. You agree to never rest.
Is there any beef between you and Charlie Morgan?
Yeah, I mean, I did like maybe a year and a half ago a video about him kind of like talking about how commoditized short form content is, and it is true that it's commoditized, right? But that was not me talking shit about Charlie. It was just me leveraging his the attention. Like, it wasn't nothing. No, Charlie's killing it. Good job, Charlie, if you're watching this.
What's the craziest experience you've had being rich? Would you count yourself as being rich?
Okay, so what is rich? Let's describe rich. What is rich? So what would you say is rich for you?
See, there's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. And rich could mean a lot of things. Rich in moments of life, rich in love, rich in, monetarily. So
nah, we're talking about cash.
Cash money?
Cash money, baby.
Rich, I would call rich when...
Yeah, when is rich?
Rich is when you have enough to sustain your living and not have to worry about anything in life. Just have full financial freedom. I would call that being rich.
Okay. Well, technically, I guess I'm financially rich.
What's your dream car?
I think what we're gonna do with that topic, we're gonna live it out until we actually do get the dream car. So, guys, one of these videos coming up, we're gonna drop me picking up a insanely sexy car, and that will be my dream car. When I bought the C63, it was like, okay, I was looking for a car. I saw it the night before at like 11 p.m. on Auto Trader. It was like, you know, almost 6 figures. And then the next day, went to see it. I was like, okay, cool, I want the car, right? And I bought the car the next day. When you have a lot of money, you almost like feel it or recognize it, but you don't. You don't, really. It doesn't make a difference. It's just that your expenses are bigger. It's like, if you go out to drink, you're never spending less than $500, $1,000, thousands of dollars. If we go to a retreat, we're spending $5, $10K a night. Like, why the fuck are we spending $10,000 a day? That's a shit ton of money. I mean, sometimes I'll be like, maybe I'll look back at it 30 years from now and be like, why the fuck are we spending 200 grand in a week or in 2 weeks on a retreat? Who does that? Bro, we should be buying real estate, not fucking buying fucking tequila.
But 40 years from now, ask every one of those people if they remember that trip, they're all gonna say yes.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
What's one piece of advice that has made you the most money?
To be honest, I don't think I've ever gotten an advice where I was like, and I implemented it, and I was like, oh wow. It could be a lot of just me finding it out on my own. Because the reason why I say that is because if you really think about advice, so what is an advice that someone could tell me? Hey, focus on product. Okay, cool. Make sure you're marketing. Okay, cool. Make sure you can sell. Oh, make sure you hire people. Yeah.
How's your progress going so far with finding a wife in 2024? We're 4 months into the year. How's the wife hunt?
Finding a wife is hard, but I'm positive that we will find a wife before the end of the year.
I think maybe on the rally you'll find somebody, or you're going through a lot of countries, so you got options. You get to discover new tendencies.
But also the other thing is like finding a wife. It's like you can't really chase it, because then if you chase it, I was looking at one of this, like, there's a guy that goes around asking 70-year-old people like lessons from their life that they think they would give to someone younger, and they're like, don't get married because you want to get married. Make sure you first find the right person and then get married. If you don't find that right person, it's like, just stay single.
So BizScale is asking you, can I come live with you?
Is that a guy? Is that a girl?
You know what? It's probably a guy.
It's probably a guy, right?
I'll answer for Serge. No. How do you deal with a bunch of negative thoughts? Like whenever you go through a period of time where they're just like, you know.
For me, I know my cycles as a human, right? We all have cycles of your mood is up, your mood is down. So whenever I'm having negative thoughts, I'm not really seeing it as a negative thought. It's just more so like, what state am I in emotionally, spiritually? Like when I'm down, I'll have negative thoughts more so than usual. I don't really pay them too much attention. I just know that, okay, when I'm back on that, when I'm back vibrating at the right frequency, it won't be an issue anymore.
There's an ex-employee that we fired who came to me and asked me to add me to his referral. He's applying for a job.
Yeah.
And he asked me, can I add you as my reference on there? You want to know who that person is?
Yeah. No way. If you don't do a good job at the company you worked for, like, why do you expect anything good to come off of that? What's your purpose?
You know, the thing with purpose is, I feel like it switches. I feel like you don't have just one same purpose and it stays forever. I think right now my purpose is to figure out my purpose in life. Maybe I want to become Batman and, you know, save the whole city from the bad people, you know? I think purpose right now, to be honest, I can kind of tie it to my role, is making sure that everybody in the company has something to look forward to in life and are working towards something and aligning that with the company goal. And what's your purpose?
My purpose is just work, to create, produce, live everything I can live on this earth. And every day I wake up is like, you know, building a business. It's not, you know, because a lot of people get confused with like, okay, you're chasing money. But like after a certain point, it's not money. You're not motivated by more money. You're motivated almost by becoming a better performer, a better artist, a better builder, a better engineer. It's like you're trying to elevate your skill and how you show up in the world. It's not really about more money. It's just that every time you level up, you get compensated according to the level, to the degree of your excellence. All right, guys, so we're done with this little run. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments if you digged this little segment, and we can do a lot more of these. We can go look at more cars. Cool. That's it, guys. Let us know.